Hi, I'm Annie. Welcome to your short flow where we'll focus on finding balance, both physically and also a little bit more inside. So, thinking about that perfect alignment between effort and ease that we're always striving for in yoga, that sort of sweet spot between something that feels too intense or too challenging and something that feels too easy. So, we'll flow through a little bit of a sequence, trying to find that position or that feeling or that moment where you can kind of perfectly align your breath and find that effort and ease. So, you're just going to start in an easy seat. Cross your legs. If that's not comfortable for you, you might sit up on something, whether it's a pillow or a yoga block if you have one. If that still doesn't help, you might just take your legs forward and find a different position. Wherever you are, something that feels like it's got to use a little bit of effort to hold yourself upright for your nice flat back, neutral spine, but not so much that it feels too intense. Okay, from there, your hands go on your thighs with your palms facing up. Take your gaze either down to your ground or your eyes closed. Start to notice your breath. On an inhale, see if you can count to 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. At the top, you'll hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. As you exhale, slowly count 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again, box breathing. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again 2 more times on your own. While you're doing that, slowing your heart rate, finding ease in the breath. Notice if you're gripping anywhere. If you find any tension in your shoulders and your neck and your upper back, see if you're gripping, tensing anywhere that you might not need or that might give you a little information. Can you find a moment of release every time you exhale, that spot between effort and ease as you hold in either direction on those breaths? When you're done with those 2 on your own, find the natural rhythm of your breath. Start to flutter your eyes open, wiggle your fingers, find a little bit of movement in the spine. Take your right hand down to your ground, your left arm up and overhead. Just an easy side bend here. If this doesn't feel easy, you can back away from it at any moment. Your first little taste of finding that spot where it feels like it's full of effort, but not super intense, also not easeful. As you come back center, do that same thing on the other side. After you do that slowly on each side, you're going to start to flow with some fluidity. You might be able to come down to that forearm. You might not. See if you can keep your hips rooted down to the ground, but it doesn't have to be perfect. If they lift a little bit, fine, no problem. Again, information. If one hip lifts and the other doesn't, interesting. Sides are different. Bodies are different. Days are different. Use that as information and then keep flowing. You're going to do that one more time in each direction, just starting to warm up a little bit before that balancing flow. And then as you come back center, a gentle twist. So gaze over your right shoulder, left hand outside that right thigh for a little support. Then come through center and do that same thing on the other side. You're going to move again in a flowy, fluid motion from side to side. The whole time you've got that neutral spine. So neck is in a line with your back, shoulders away from the ears. Do one more in each direction. And then you'll come back center. All right, rock and roll forward. You'll meet in a tabletop. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. From there, walk your palms one palm print forward. Spread out those fingers a lot. Grip through the finger pads. Press up and away from the mat or from your space. Engage both through the shoulders and the back and your core. Curl your toes, lift your knees. Hips go high. Land in your downward facing dog. Take a moment here. You might pedal out a little bit. You might bend the knees side to side. This should feel relatively grounded, relatively stable before you start moving, flowing, finding that balance. Moving on, right leg will lift, 3-legged dog. Right foot steps forward between your palms. Use your core strength. Think root to rise as you inhale, sweep the arms up to your crescent. You're not here long. Sink into that front knee as you exhale. One more inhale, reach tall. On the exhale, hinge from your hips, sweep the arms back. Do that again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge, reach back. You're going to feel that little taste of balance. Use your core strength. Find your breath. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Okay, next time you inhale, you're back to that crescent. This time on the exhale, not only that hinge forward, but bend the back knee and you're in warrior three. Take a second here to ease into that warrior three. So you're hinging from the hips, reaching that left leg back. If you feel a little wobbly, you need to take the foot down or maybe just a little bit lower, no problem. Find a focal point, something that's unmoving. A few feet in front of you, take an inhale. On your exhale, that left knee sweeps up to your chest. Grab it for a sec. Then you're right back to that warrior three. If you want to play with what your arms are doing here, no problem. Maybe it's palms to chest. Maybe your arms are in a T. Maybe they're just floating enough to keep you balanced and you have no idea what's going on with your upper body. No problem. It might be that you need a little kickstand in between, which is also totally fine. Next time you've got that knee to your chest, hold it. Again, take a sec. Find your balance. Find that spot between effort and ease. Maybe you stay here to find that balance. Maybe you slip your left ankle on your right thigh. You can stay tall or sink the hips back and low into a figure four. Wherever you are, take a breath in. On your exhale, find your mountain pose. Shake it all off. Relax the shoulders. You made it. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale is your half lift, fingertips to your mat or to your shins, wherever feels good to find a flat back. Exhale, refold, step back, downward facing dog. Whew, okay, reset. Other side. When you are ready, left leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Take a giant step forward. As you come to fingertips, engage the core, think root to rise. Inhale, sweep up to your crescent. Exhale, sweep the arms back, find your lightning. Do that again a couple times. Don't worry about how many. You're following the natural rhythm of your own breath. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. Next time you sweep up, final crescent. On the exhale, you launch into that warrior three. Maybe you go straight there. Maybe you need a little kickstand. Maybe you fall in and out. You test your balance. You prove to yourself you got this. Inhale, right knee comes up as slow as you need. Grab that shin for a sec. Exhale, back to warrior three. Maybe you do the same thing with your hands, your upper body this time. Maybe it's different. Sides tend to feel different. Maybe just the day feels a little different. Experience wherever you are right now and keep that balance challenge going. The next time the right knee's up to your chest, you'll hold it there, grab that shin, find a second of steadiness, even if you've got a lot of wiggles and wobbles going on in that left leg. Big breath in, stay, or ease into that figure four, whether you're standing or whether you sink the hips back and low. Last balancing pose, take one more inhale. Exhale, stand tall, shake it out. Good work. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a second here. Find that grounded sensation. You might even take the hands and the feet a little bit wider than normal in order to find that grounded physical sensation that you got yourself. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, widen your feet if you haven't already. Walk your hands back. Take your heels in, your toes out, and sink in to a yogi squat. If that feels like it's a lot for you, you might sit a little taller, whether you're still floating or actually sitting on something. Now hang out here for a breath or two. If you need to take it down to a butterfly pose on your mat instead, no problem. If instead, to find that balance between effort and ease, you have a crow practice, feel free to go there. Wherever you are, take a big breath in. On your exhale, sit all the way down, hug your shins, take your chin to your chest, and rock a little side to side. Good work. One more thing. Slide your feet forward. Legs can go straight, but they don't have to be. You could certainly find knees bent or three-quarter bent. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, dive forward. You might grab your shins, you might grab your heels, you might grab your toes, drop your chin to your chest. Give yourself a really big internal hug here. Find that spot in your forward fold where it feels like it's just relatively intense, but not too much. Always aiming for as much balance as possible. Take one more inhale, fold a little deeper. On your exhale, sit tall, cross the ankles, 2 final big breaths together. On your inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Capture all of that awesome energy. Open your mouth and exhale, sigh away any tension. Big breath in, gather up all that amazing energy, warmth, gratitude for your body that you can capture it between your palms. Seal it all in by drawing down to your chest. It was a pleasure to have you here. Please come back. See you next time.